This video is sponsored by Keeper Security. Okay, so in this video I share with you what my experience has been like using the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus for about 3 months. This is my 3 months update video. Let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, unlike on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE, the regular FE, the Tab S9 FE Plus here doesn't seem to get warm. If you watch my previous video, I shared with you that the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE was getting a little bit warm when you would do heavy work, not in a way where it's concerning. And I also followed that by saying that I would still recommend that tablet because up until now it hasn't shown to be a cause for additional issues, right? It's just getting warm, showing that the tablet, anytime it needs more processing power, it will get warm. Maybe it's not dissipating that heat enough, but it's just there. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus, on the other hand, seems to be pretty steady. It's holding rock steady. So we are going to go about this video the typical way when I share with you what my update is on any given device. And with that said, let's go ahead and start off with just the outside. Cosmetically, it still looks good. If you've been following the channel for a while, then you probably know that I take very good care of my tablets, and you should too. So because of that, not a single scratch, not a ding, nothing. And I do have the cover, the case for this, right? I have the SmartBook cover, and so far, cosmetically, it looks not a single scratch, and it still looks so good. I really like this lavender, purple, whatever color anyways, but I digress here. So cosmetically, looks good. Let's go ahead and jump on the inside now. Let's go ahead and talk battery. Battery hasn't changed, right? If anything, it's better. If you remember, with these devices, whether it be the new generation phones, new generation tablets, typically what they do is, with machine learning, it typically learns, how you use your tablet. It learns your habits, and then it kind of crafts, or it pretty much optimizes the way the tablet works for you to make sure it properly allocates resources and so forth, right? So over time, it actually gets better than the first weeks, right? Typically when you get one of these, battery life during that first week may be all over the place, but over time it stabilizes and it gets better. So that's what I'm experiencing. Battery life, definitely better than what I experienced, in the early days. And of course, I'm not expecting battery to be bad at this point. Not even a year into it. I don't think I'm going to be noticing that battery is degrading, a year into it. So I'm looking at about a year and a half before I start thinking, you know what? It has the battery and all that good stuff. Anyway, so battery is still good. By the way, here's a quick note for you. We live in a world where we need many passwords in order to protect our data. And with that, it's so wild to me that so many people out there use the same password for everything. But the fact is, I was actually one of those people. And that was until I started using a password manager like Keeper. Now I've gotten my friends and multiple family members do the same, and they all absolutely love it. So what's stopping you from doing the same? I mean, look at how many companies and websites are getting hacked these days. Your data security is top priority, so you should protect it with a password manager like Keeper. Keeper just makes your life easy, right? I mean, there are websites that still do not support passkeys just yet, which is why Keeper lets you create and store passkeys right alongside all of those old-fashioned passwords that you still have to remember. So you're definitely covered on that side. I mean, they have over 275,000 5-stars reviews. And again, personally, I've been using it for a long time, and I highly recommend it to manage and store your password. Now, if you're ready for that, use my special discount code IvanCam50 to get a whopping 50% off when you sign up to keep your data safe. I'm going to make sure that I have the link in the description, so go ahead and check that out. But anyway, so the display, ooh, I love this display. 12.4 inches, just as large as my Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Plus, the regular S9 Plus, 90 Hertz refresh rate. To those of you who don't know, it supports 90 Hertz refresh rate, meaning it is smooth. Again, I mentioned this before. People go in the comments and the comment section and they ask, 90 Hertz, does that even make a difference? Yes, it absolutely does. Trust me, I have a range of tablets here, a range of devices here. I have the ones that support 60 Hertz. I have the ones that support 90 Hertz. I have the one that do 120. I have, of course, the OnePlus that does 144. So you could definitely tell the difference between here and any device that does 60 Hertz. You will notice that this is very, very smooth. It comes very close to being as smooth as the 120 Hertz refresh rate. Not the same thing, but it comes extremely close, meaning when I use this display and after that if I put it there and I pick up my S9 Plus or the regular S9, there almost isn't a difference. I mean, there is a difference, but not a huge one, not like easily noticeable. But anyways, so that's just that. Beautiful display, colors are still vibrant, works very well. I'm not experiencing any bleeding or anything like that. Watching videos here, very nice. And playing games, very, very nice. And you have to keep in mind, of course, this is a mid-range tablet. It's made for mid-range level of work. You could do some level of product, high productivity here, and you'll be okay. But of course, every now and then it's gonna lag, right? Because it's not meant for that type of work. But anyway, so that's that with the display and the battery. In terms of the camera, same deal as before. Here you have a dual setup for the camera as opposed to what you have on the regular S9 FE. And you have an ultra wide front facing camera there that works very well. As long as you keep the setting well lit, you'll be fine. People can see you clearly. Right? Let's go ahead and talk performance. 3 months later, I mean, what do you want me to tell you, right? Performance is still very good for mid-range. Do I still recommend this tablet? Of course I do. I still recommend this tablet if you happen to be in the market for something like this, right? Like something mid-range. This is a very nice, kind of like, it sits right in between. You don't want to spend a ton of money, but at the same time, you don't want to go with the really budget tablets. This is a very nice pickup. And I've said this a million times, right? When you buy a tablet, you should not be looking at the tablet alone. You should be looking at the comprehensive package that it has to offer. Everything else that comes with that tablet, right? It does have the Exynos 1380. Sure, it's not a top level or flagship chipset, but it is a mid-range chipset. On top of that, of course, you do have that Samsung platform, right? You have one UI running, that's the skin that's sitting on Android there. You have one UI running here, and most importantly, you do have Samsung DeX. Many of you may not be aware of what this is, but it's a very, very powerful feature that is supported by your tablet, not available on any other. Even other flagship tablets from other manufacturers do not offer anything that comes close to Samsung DeX. Some offer some version, some lighter version of what could be Samsung DeX, but nothing as powerful and as innovative and as versatile as Samsung DeX. Again, that's a very nice package. On top of that, you have a very solid ecosystem, right? That you can easily fit your S9 FE Plus in. Again, these are things that you need to think about before buying a tablet. On top of that, you have the Samsung S Pen that comes included, right? You will, with a lot of manufacturers, be getting just the tablet, just the device, and not a stylus. You might have to buy that separately. On top of that, I can tell you, personally, right, and I know I might be biased, I think Samsung makes the best styluses when it comes to native pencils that are made for given tablets. Personally, I think Samsung is #1, and Apple would be #2, and then everything else. Some people think Apple makes the best styluses, and then Samsung is second. So it's a matter of opinion. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE here has been great for the past 3 months. I still recommend it. On top of that, it's not experiencing anything, like I mentioned earlier, with what I'm seeing with the Tab S9 FE, where it gets warm. So far, so good. I still highly recommend this if you want to go ahead, or if you're currently in the market for this specific tablet. This is a great option for those of you who are artists and who are looking for something budget, but that offers a very large screen real estate. This is it, right? A large canvas for you to go ahead and be creative, right? And be the artist that you are. This is a nice option to a lot of you guys because it's a budget option. And I'm gonna make sure that I have some links in the description if you wanna go ahead and pick up one so that you can take advantage of some of the discounts currently running on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus here. And before we close here, I just wanna say, on top of everything that I listed in terms of the comprehensive package that this tablet has to offer, you have the support from Samsung, right? Up to 4 years. So those are things that you need to keep in mind. If you have any additional questions or anything that I haven't highlighted or haven't covered here, make sure to let me know in the comment section. By the way, I do have actual full reviews of the tablet that I've made, so I'm gonna have the link somewhere. Make sure to check out the link and watch the full review if you need additional details on this particular tablet. I've actually put this tablet to the test against its predecessor, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE, and I've also done the same with its own sibling, the regular Tab S9 FE, right? So if you want to go ahead and make sure you want to go ahead and watch that, make sure that you make an informed decision on which one to pick up. Make sure to, either check the tabs. If the link doesn't pop up here, check the tab on the channel so you could go ahead and do that. But anyways, with all this said, would I still recommend this? And I think I've said that like 2 or 3 times already. Yes, the answer is yes. I'll still recommend this. It's still not a nice pickup. Let me know with your questions. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. Make sure to like, of course. Make sure to share if you know anyone who would be interested in watching this video. Make sure to subscribe also if you haven't done so already. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. Like I mentioned, I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course. As always, stay safe out there.